everyone, Richard Carlton. Welcome to the awesome day of FileMaker training. I am super caffeinated. So today is a good day for you folks to ask open-ended questions. In the event that your questions get AI-ish, I'm gonna lean on Margaret to help me with that. If it's super crazy, we'll shelve it for later. If you got server questions, we have the super amazing Jacob Taylor who's here to backstop my my server questions and answers. However, as a 35-year developer, I know most of the important questions and answers. If I get nervous, that'll be Jacob's cool. If he asks me a question, I start going like this. Oh, like Rodney Dangerfield, I can get no respect, start sweating. That's Jacob's clue to jump in and to help save the conversation. So, but he is here. We have some canned questions already that came up on the internet recently for people who had problems in FileMaker. Today's a little bit kind of a Jeopardy flavor of stuff, so I'm going to move myself over here. Here are the topics for today. Unclean shutdown, okay? And these are all inspired by the questions that have come to us. So then we have some schema questions. We got monkey spread and Claris or Claris. So these are all the topics that we have for today.
Hi, are there ways to interact with FileMaker without having to have licenses for each user, to have forms that other people can fill out and view and sort records without having FileMaker directly?
Well, okay, so
all of the web.
yeah, I would say WebDirect. You can do that. That's what WebDirect is for. But they're saying they don't want to buy it or they don't want to install it.
I think they don't want their users to use up licenses. Like they want to put FileMaker information out there without the people who are interacting with it, like a customer.
Yeah, then you've got to build a front end web page out of JavaScript and jQuery and or PHP or something that you like that. So, for example, if I press the button over here, I'm going to bring up our future live training schedule. These right here, these records, ding, 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 are 6 records out of a database. It's going on a web page here. This web page works. No one knows this is even FileMaker. If you press on this and you want to sign up for it, here's a form they can fill out. This will submit into FileMaker, okay? So it's not WebDirect. This is legitimately a PHP, DAPI, whatever. There's varying technologies, and currently we're moving to OData. But once again, you can learn this, or you can get a developer to help you with this. Once again, but what happens is that people get used to drag and drop with FileMaker Pro, and they build this interface, and they can do it themselves. And then they hire a developer to build a page like this, and the developer says something like, they're like, well, we want this to do this, and this to do this, and this other pop-up to be here, and this and this and this. And the developer runs up this big bill, and it pisses them off. That's because coding unless you can get the AI to do it for you cleanly, which I don't think has actually been done yet. People have AI do little bits and then it goes off a cliff. It doesn't complete it fully or in a sufficiently useful way. But eventually maybe the AI can help build a web page for you. But as soon as you get into the really subtle details of fine scripting the interface to this page, it's a lot harder to code it by hand than it is to drag and drop with FileMaker. So the cost goes up for building and maintaining the web page. But if you have a page, it works. Like this page is pretty basic, first name, last name, email, and you're agreeing that, okay, you're signing up, which means that we have to send you a confirmation email, but because of people and privacy and stuff like that, we have to make sure that they are opting in and they're not this kind of thing. So when we email them, they are acknowledging that we're going to send them an email, right? It's kind of funny, but the world's got kind of upside down. So please let me know. Then check this box. Are you sure you want us to let you know? Okay, so this is a web page that feeds into FileMaker. No FileMaker license is required. If I have 10,000 people fill this out over the next hour, I don't pay for any of that, essentially, in any real way. And there's a asterisk. If you have a ton of data that moves in and out of your FileMaker with older versions of FileMaker, you pay for that. But if you have FileMaker Server 22, then it is absolutely and utterly totally free.
Yep.
Now, go ahead.
Sorry, interrupt. This page is XML API. There's DAPI, which is newer. If you're building new things, you should use OData.
Yeah, and then DAPI is being replaced by OData. So we're jumping through versions of technology, but Claris kind of leaves us still the old stuff's turned on to keep it running, which is great. So if you upgrade to FileMaker 23 and you have to rebuild all your web pages, some companies have put $1 million into their web stuff. that drives FileMaker, right? So you don't want those people to be pissed at you because of that. So Claris tries to maintain backwards compatibility. So
we're going to wrap up the stream, everybody. We hope you've had a good one. Q&As are fun.
all right,
Thank
everyone.
you, everybody. Bye.
Bye.